right, everyone.
All right, everyone.
Sorry about that. We are gonna move on to Orlando City head coach Oscar Pareja. Oscar, if you can just get us started with your overall thoughts on the game tonight.
Okay, a very level game. I thought we found two teams that had options. Both they could have won it at the beginning, or scored at the beginning of the game, and then through the game we have our options too. And it seems that we have this sensation that we could have walked off from the field with 3 points. But I have to recognize that was a very tight game for both teams. The effort from the players was extraordinary, and we keep adapting to new things. And I'm good with the performance of the team. I'm good. I think we're going in a good direction. I think we're turning the things around, and played against a good team who has a good momentum. But today, as I said, we could have walked off with 3 points, and that's something that I want to remark.
Go to Austin and Michael.
Oscar, just in terms of the defensive performance from this team to keep a clean sheet against a team that has 35 goals on the season, just talk about the performance of the back line, the performance of Pedro, and the collective defensive effort from this team.
Right, those little battles that we need to win. Feeling that despite of the absences, the accidents that we had with players by just being injured, not being part of, and it looks like the team accommodated themselves on the system, and the performance didn't notice any irregular things. So that's good. Keeping our goal in zero today was a great positive thing for us. Again, adapting players to different movements and absences of players here have been regular, and we look good. That part is positive.
Michael and then Luis.
Oscar, thanks for your time. Just to follow up on that, two pretty strong games from Wilder Cartagena playing the center back role, and tonight arguably maybe the best of the three back there, made some big plays for you. Just what have you seen from him the last two games playing a different position?
Wilder, and you know, this curious because last year, the beginning of the season, we had a few games with him. We get greatly surprised by the fact that he managed very well the tempos there. We end up just moving him to a midfielder that last year as well was a tremendous season for him. But now it is not a surprise for me that he adapts himself to the rhythm of the changes and the way he's managing that line. We changed today with Rodrigo came back in the lineup, Roy wasn't there, and Wilder, I think he commands very well that part. So his personality and desire is very noticeable. I'm proud of him. I think he's very smart and he's very functional for us because we can use him in that spot too.
Luis and then to Mike.
Hi, Profe. Great result overall. I wanted to ask you about Yutaro Sukada. He had a few minutes. What was some things that he has done in practice that has surprised you for you to bring him such a big game?
Right, yeah. No, I have at the end a sensation that I could have got him in a little earlier because he has something that has shown on the OCB games, and his resolution is very good. In that moment, Facu was okay, and well, with Facu's experience, but I was very happy to see him. I thought we had a play where Nico, if we give it to him, I think that's his goal, and good positive. The kids are growing, and happy to see him with personality. Not too much time, but now it looks like he already put his feet on the pound, and then we'll move on.
Go Mike and then Jared.
Oscar, this is obviously a two-part question. You ran today with a 3-5-2, same thing as last weekend. that's a formation that you ran with last season. Obviously, you experimented with a little bit with this season so far. With that 3-5-2, the team's been able to generate those chances, especially out in the outer wings. So I wanted to ask you, how effective has that formation been? Obviously, with the two fullbacks out injured, how effective has that formation been for the squad? And what went into basically shifting that 3-5-2 into a form back line a little bit towards the end of the game?
Right. At the end of the game against Cincinnati, I think we all felt that we were a good team. We were playing well, and the boys they did a remarkable job on adapting themselves with 10 players. You remember that was probably one of our best performances, seriously, and we were playing for a lot of time with 10 players, and I think that things within the group we can adapt to different models. We will keep searching to see what is the best convenient structure and the way the players that we had, and not that we're still on the search, but it's for me, it make me happy to see that they adapt very well to those models, and they look very natural. With the ball, we have played always the same with the ball, though. Right? Without the ball, it just adaptation to some structure. Yeah. They play well. I like it.
Good, Jared, and last one with Gustavo.
Hey Oscar, thanks for doing this for us. Two-part question for me. 14 shots, 3 on target tonight. What were some of the challenges that Inter Miami presented defensively, and also were there any last-minute adjustments with Messi not being in the lineup for Inter Miami?
Right. Well, the first one, when I see the metrics after the games, there is always things that we need to correct, and it seems like it's endless because sometimes you are more precise. And we came out from a game in Philadelphia where we scored 3 goals, and we didn't have that many shots to go, but we were very precise. And today we have more chances, and we had little touch, and a game that we bet for that. Just have that one option with players who had confidence. After our game in Philadelphia, we scored 3 goals, and I was sure that we were going to score, but not. We found obviously a difficult rival that with Leo or without him, that they're a good team. They had a very good group and quality players besides Leo. So when we start the game, we didn't see any lineup, but we have just to go and try to win a game like always. Nothing changed.
Gustavo, wrap us up.
Hi, Profe Gustavo, Lemon City Live. I noticed, if I'm not mistaken, from last week in the formation, you kind of just switched everybody from one side to the other. Is that a reaction to Inter Miami's lineup, or is that something because Jansen was out, or is that something you wanted to try?
You mean changing the lineup?
No, like
Sorry,
like Facu and Angulo. Angulo, you switched them.
Yeah. Okay. No, remember that the whole time we have changed their positions very regularly, Joe. And it's not something new. You have to choose. Let's say if you have a player who has a dominant leg in the right, and what is that production that you need from there? And sometimes you wanted to invert the legs or the angles, and then they both provide us to do it. And with this formation, they don't feel any stranger with that. They do it without no problem. So that allows us to have movements. We just pray that the coach can do it, but they're doing it. They can do that.
Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, thank you. Gracias. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.